My name is Chris Wink. I'm one of the co-founders and the editorial director of a company called Technically Media. We are a local community journalism and events organization that publishes sites like Technically, which reports on local tech communities, and Generosity, which reports on local nonprofit and social impact communities. I am a deeply passionate person about communities that approaches it through the lens of journalism. I think that journalism provides a really big tool. So I would consider myself a journalist, a small business owner, and a passionate advocate for the future of communities. Yeah, I graduated from Temple University in 2008, which for a generation or more will be remembered as the depth of the Great Recession. I was very aware that this newspaper industry that I'd spent the last 3 or 4 years preparing myself to enter its decline was rapidly speeding. So I needed other pathways if I wanted to have the kind of flourishing professionally that I expected of myself. A few friends started a number of projects, most prominently with my now co-founder Brian Kirk. We began building what became the organization we see today. Philly Tech Week is the largest single event and effort we put together at Technically.
Philly Tech Week presented by Comcast as a whole, there's 150 events throughout Philadelphia. Here tonight, the arcade at Dilworth outside of City Hall in Philadelphia. 40 local game developers, robotics, kind of different approaches to technology are all out on display in the public, letting anyone come and play with it, trying to show off that there is really great technology built in Philadelphia. So
no kind of technology conceivable today even is going to replace the value of a human-human interaction. We think every event is an act of journalism. You are curating a narrative and you are giving it to an audience to help them see their world, their community in a smarter and savvier way. So that's work that sounds just like what we've always expected out of the best news organizations of our time. And we hold ourselves to the same standards at an event that we do online, that we do in the connective services we try to do to help support the reporting we do. One of the proudest examples of work we've done in communities we haven't already known well was the Tomorrow Tour, something we did with Comcast in early 2016. We visited 6 burgeoning entrepreneurship communities, including Detroit and Chicago, Denver, Miami, Atlanta. Technology communities across the country are talking about the exact same thing right now. There's a talent shortage. We need to figure out what the next generation of companies in our cities will be. We're trying to be more inclusive. All of these conversations are happening across the country, including Philadelphia. So Philadelphia is thriving because it's a great industry. It has lots of industry strengths, and it's a great place to live. We have a lot of work to do. We talk a lot in our reporting and our events convenings that there's a lot that's working in Philadelphia, but there's no getting around the idea that Philadelphia is still struggling. We're still a city that has poverty challenges and education shortcomings. And we're not addressing those issues nearly as much as we ought to. But for now, I'd bet big on Philadelphia's future. Something I've learned in building my first company is that the glamorous moments are fleeting. Everything is ultimately your responsibility. Anyone who wants to think about starting his or her own company, you have to remember that you gotta wanna clean out the trash. You have to want to write the blog post and do the tweet and order the pizza. In addition to the strategy, but it's all on you. And it's fun as you grow a team, and it's challenging to relinquish some of that control because it's addictive, but it's so hard. It's worth it if you want it, but you gotta want it. And not many people want it. And that's okay, right? I think that's something that gets lost in the entrepreneurship story is we don't want everyone to be entrepreneurs. We need people who want to be great teammates and who want to contribute to growing something. That's the only way things do get to grow. It's okay to not want it because we should all ultimately be trying to be happy. And if you want to found your own organization, it is the most thrilling thing you could ever do. Just you have to make sure you want it.